Many people ask themselves how to learn English. I'd like to tell you about my personal experience. Based on that experience, I prepared 8 rules how to learn English the most effectively. Every of that rule I wrote below in the description. Rule number 1. Listen first. Listening is the most important skill. When you go to school, you sit on a desk, and what do? You read, you write, and you do some boring exercise from a textbook. It's nonsense. When a child is born, how he learns a language? By listening to other people, usually their parents, and trying to understand what they say. As an adult, you need to do the same. Schools focus on reading and writing. It's a reverse order. In modern times, there are plenty of opportunities to listen to English. YouTube, Netflix. Use subtitles. When you don't know some word, check it in a dictionary. Write it, and try to repeat that word for several days. Moreover, try to repeat that video with those new words for several days as well. Repetition is very important. It helps our brains to remember that new vocabulary. Rule number 2. Listen and read something that you are really interested in. Our brains work that way that we don't remember boring stuff. So, if you are really interested in cars, watch YouTube channels about cars. If you are really interested in science, watch YouTube channels about science. If you are really interested in celebrities' life like Angelina Jolie or Brad Pitt, watch YouTube channels about that. You know your own personal interests, your hobbies, and I'm sure you will find something interesting for you. There are plenty of materials on this word about any subject. You only have to explore it. Rule number 3. Listen and read native speakers. Clear and correct pronunciation is very important. To be understood by other people, you need to speak according to the standard, and that standard is given by native speakers. Rule number 4. You should understand most of what is saying or written. I mean 90%, 80%. When you don't know some word, check it in a dictionary. However, if you only understand 50%, that means this material is too difficult for you for that moment, and your learning won't be effective. What you can do in that kind of situation? Well, use cartoons, books for children, or graded readers. Yes, I very well understand. It sounds like a heresy. A true, intelligent man should only use serious stuff. You know what? When you overcome your ego to use only materials for adults, you will notice you learn faster. Besides, you will feel younger, and it will create in your mind more positive, carefree thoughts. It has some advantages. For me, it had indeed. Rule number 5. Don't study grammar rules. Language is not mathematics. Speaking is fast and spontaneous. When native speakers use language, they completely don't analyze grammar rules. They feel what is correct. You use your native language, so you can easily understand that phenomenon is true. Speaking occurs in deep subconscious mind, not in part of your brain related to your logical thinking. Once again, when a child is born, parents don't buy a grammar textbook and put it in front of baby's eyes. Obviously, everyone understands this nonsense. And everyone may notice that children learn a language very fast, including correct grammar. It's strange, it's counterintuitive, but it happens, and it's reality. The world isn't always rational. Rule number 6, silent period. It is a recommendation for total beginners. Don't force yourself to speak if you are not feeling comfortable with that. Just listen, learn vocabulary, and patiently wait. It may take several months or even longer, but finally, someday you will notice that someday you will begin to feel eager for speaking. Rule number 7. After silent period, try to use what you have learned and speak to others as much as you can about topics that are important for you. It was my case. I waited too long. Beginning may be difficult, but throughout time it will be easier and easier. Trust me. And don't be shy. Rule number 8. Focus on being communicative, not on your mistakes. Language is to communicate your thoughts and ideas, not to be perfect. No one is perfect, even native speakers. Moreover, never ask about correcting your mistakes. It is frustrating for you, it is irritating for your English friends, and it kills enjoyment of conversation. Summary. I never went to an English school, I never had any private teacher, and as you can hear, I can communicate in English. You can do this as well. Don't pay for private tutor, iTalki or something like that. It's very expensive and artificial. And in my honest opinion, it's wasting money. Find someone who shares the same hobbies and ideas like you and talk to them. You'll communicate about things you are really interested in. And by that, you will learn English without realizing it. And that's the reason why we learn a foreign language. To exchange informations with people around the world. Not to be a linguistic expert in grammar. On the end, as Mr. Duncan sometimes says, you can do it! So good luck on your path to speaking English fluently. Michael Evans, thanks for watching.